welcome to episode 20 of The Adventures of Two Gray Mice. Today we're going to be talking in detail about our trip to Disney World for the holidays. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome to the continuing adventures of Two Gray Mice. I'm Meg.
And I'm Rob.
And we are Two Gray Mice. Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Welcome to today's episode. You're going to be going through, hopefully we'll be teaching you a little something, but kind of the slog of us figuring out what the heck exactly we're going to be doing on our vacation.
Don't make it sound like that. It hasn't been a slog at all.
No, it's not a slog at all. But since we all last chatted, we did add a day.
Yes, we did.
Now we're kind of going back through and figuring out exactly what we're going to do on each day. And also, we've gotten all the information for Jollywood Nights. Woohoo! And now we're even more excited than we were before.
Yeah, and it was interesting the way it worked out because our flight choices on Sunday when we were originally going down were very, very limited. By changing our plans to leaving on Saturday, there's a lot more options available to us. Not necessarily cheaper, but more convenient for our schedules. So Meg found a great place, the Drury, which is outside of Disney Springs.
No, we're not saying I had a change from the jury.
Oh,
I don't. That's why I was actually pulling up the hotel now because I realized I don't think I ever told you that.
probably not. You don't tell me a lot of things. My friends call me Mr. Mushroom.
Whatever.
But yeah, so we're very excited about getting down there a day early. So, we'll actually be able to start that Sunday as a full day and take full advantage of everything that Disney has to offer.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say it's a little gray and blustery out today, but we don't really care because in 3 weeks, we are going to be at the happiest place on earth.
Yeah, so we're going to be checking in on September 6th into the Spot X Hotel Orlando on International Drive. I got it really inexpensively. It was under $100 for the night, which is one of the reasons why we felt okay changing days too.
Yeah.
It is directly across the street from, I don't know if it's the Vineyard outlets or the Orlando outlets. It's one of the outlets. It's the one with the character warehouse in it, which I'll spring on Rob later.
I think it's a little late for that. This could actually be later.
So we check in. We don't get in. We land at 6:25 p.m. So it's probably pretty much going to be just going to the hotel, finding some place for dinner, and hitting the sack.
Don't care.
Oh, completely. The next day, Sunday, is the day we kind of have to figure out what we want to do. Do we want to go to a park? Because we have 4 park days that we can use. Do we want to go to Typhoon Lagoon? Because it's free on our check-in day. Do we want to explore something that day? Do we want to go across the street to the character warehouse, then check into our hotel and check out resorts?
Yeah, because we have the entire morning to do whatever we wish. We can't actually check in until, I think it's 3:00.
Yeah, I mean, we can drop by the hotel and drop off our luggage and then... Like we do, and then go do whatever we want to do, Hit Disney Springs, hit resorts.
I'm actually, I'm very much of the mind that we'll let our whims take us where they may for that day.
Kind of treat it like a day off. Yeah. Kind of getting, because you're working Friday, so getting into the vacation frame of mind.
I'll be in the vacation frame of mind as soon as the clock strikes 4:30 on that Friday. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're going away for a week? I'm going away for a week. Bye-bye.
Bye. The only thing we actually have planned for that day, which I had booked when we thought we were flying in that day, is I got a summer house on the lake reservations for that night at 7:30.
Yeah, we're definitely doing that.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting. I've only been there once, and it was it was a very enjoyable evening. I thought the pizzas that the other folks in the party ordered were a tad overdone. You could tell that they were getting into the groove, but this was way back. I think
They've
they
been
had
open less
opened
than a
like,
month.
yeah, less than a month. Our friends since then have dined there more than a half a dozen times, rave about the place, almost as, to the same level that they rave about the boathouse. The boathouse is just fantastic. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, very much so. Then Monday the 8th brings us to EPCOT. EPCOT will be having the EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays. Why do they have to make everything so long?
Because it's what they do.
That particular day, the Candlelight Processional celebrity narrator is going to be Ralph Macchio, which we had decided we wanted to see. So we booked, I actually have 2 reservations booked. I have the Beer Garden at 12:10 for the 6:45 show and the Beer Garden at 4:45 for the 8:15 show. You may say why. I have a friend of mine that lives in Orlando who's going to be seeing the show as well, and she also has dinner reservations. I don't know for which show. So when we finally hook up and I figure out which show she's got, I'll cancel the other one. But we're looking forward to the Beer Garden.
Yeah, we've visited the Beer Garden, but we've never eaten.
Yeah,
we've never eaten there. We've never experienced the flavor of the Beer Garden. So again, one of the things that we spoke about months and months ago when we were talking about going down there was doing new stuff and really taking advantage of all the special things that are being offered in the various parks during the holiday. Something that we haven't, really delved into. So it was a fun planning process with this trip, I think.
Well, also, and especially with I find with Germany and a little bit with Japan, people don't get past the beginning, the opening of the country, and really kind of go back into where Beer Garden is. But that's also where, how do you pronounce it? Sumer House is, which is their quick service. They hit the beer and the pretzel and they stop. And I know we've been guilty of that too.
Sure.
Beer and pretzel. Okay, we're good. We visited Germany. Take a picture of St. George and move on.
Check.
But it's really a beautiful pavilion in the back.
Well, I find all the areas there just to be gorgeous. If you did nothing for the entire day, but wander from country to country and walk through and just explore every nook and cranny, you'd be amazed at everything that they've achieved in these areas. Very, very, very fun. Very fun.
Yeah. The other thing I want to do that day, or start that day at least, is Olaf's holiday traditional expedition scavenger hunt, where you have to find Olaf all around both Tomorrowland or Future World, which is not Future World anymore, but it will be for the rest of my life, and the countries and stuff. I mean, it's $12 and you get a prize at the end. I don't know what the prize is yet, but we've never done any of the scavenger hunts.
See, and I'm going in a different direction in my mind because I want to do the cookie crawl.
Oh, I didn't say we weren't going to do the cookie crawl because the cookies are on the way to Olaf. So while you're eating your cookie, you're looking for Olaf.
But I know the last time we were down during the holidays, we didn't really take full advantage of all the decorations at EPCOT. So
no, we didn't do EPCOT the way it really needed to be done. We didn't see all the storytellers. We only saw them. I saw the one from England. I think I was alone actually.
Mm-hmm.
We hit a couple of them, but we had that one morning I had gotten sunscreen in my eye, and that took 2 hours of my morning and just wiped it out because I couldn't see. And my sister was trying to help me get it out. And I just remember having a glass of champagne and cheese after a while. France. We love France.
Love France.
All the menus are all out if you want to go into the Disney Parks blog. You can see all the stuff that's out there. And there's areas of Epcot that Robert has not seen yet.
Yep.
The Moana Way of Water, Communicore Hall, which has the experimental prototype Cookies of Tomorrow menu. They love when they do things like that.
The last time I was at Epcot, there was still a significant amount of barricade up, blue construction wall everywhere. All of that has been completed now, and that whole area has been just transformed. And I'm very much looking forward to getting there, sampling, and wandering around. I'm super excited about Epcot and the Jollywood Nights event that we booked, just because of the food and the drink. Just a lot of really interesting offerings. And I was sitting there going through the list the other night going, okay, I really want that. I really want to try that. I really want to try that. We're going to need a wheelbarrow. Just somebody's going to have to wheel me back.
We're going to need, maybe
after we're done.
We'll rent a scooter at the end of the night.
Yeah,
I'll sit on your lap. Wonder what the weight capacity is.
I think our plan for the day after our visit to Epcot is sleeping in late and getting a late start.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Yep.
In Epcot this year, and they did for the first time last year, is our first gingerbread house.
Yeah.
Gingerbread Space Earth display, which is I'm looking forward to seeing that. Is seeing that geodesic sphere as a gingerbread house. Right. I think that's going to be totally cool.
Right. And then we had reservations for Geo 82.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And again, good friends of ours who have been down there went there and said, "Oh, you just have to go." And they also experienced the Space 220 themed area and said that the Geo was nicer. And maybe a little bit more of an experience in a way.
I think it's a little classier.
Yeah.
Maybe because I think Space 220 is more themed. I mean, they're both themed because one's just themed to the geodesic sphere, but I think it's a little classier, a little more upper class. Also because like kids can't go into Geo.
Right.
I am still on. I have a mouse dining is what I use for my alerts, and I still have an alert out there to try to get us into Space 220 Lounge because I could not get a reservation for that one.
And another thing too, which you might as well talk about right now, we got, in addition to getting Jollywood Nights, we decided that we were going to do the African Trek. We've talked about it year after year after year, and we've gone down. So we're doing that this time around. But we also got the park hopper option because we know us, and we know sometimes that we just want to go to this event at this park and then go to this experience at that park. And getting the park hopper ticket's going to allow us, I think, to maximize the stuff that we're able to do down there, because this is not really a ride focused excursion for us. I mean, with the exception of we wanted to do the new test track, haven't been on Tron yet, but really the focus in
Tiana's,
in much of the
and Rise of the Resistance if we can, because that's just required.
Right.
Same thing with Galaxy. Sorry,
and we're only doing Tiana's if it's warm out.
We're doing Tiana's. We didn't do Tiana's in California because you were cold the entire time.
Well, it better be warm.
Do Tiana's.
It's going to be warm in Orlando.
It's not going to be. It's going to be 75 degrees.
Well, 75 is a lot different than 45. I'm sorry.
It was 75 during the day in California.
No,
it was just
not.
It was just.
It was one of the coldest trips I've been on.
It's
warm. It's going to be warm and sunny.
I thought it was warm and sunny.
This trip for us is more about the experiences. I'm on overload when we started looking at Jollywood Nights, because there's just so much to see and so much to do. And we were just looking at a video last night, and a lot of the folks are going to get caught up waiting for the specialty drinks at these bars all over the place and not wandering in past that and seeing what else there is to do. So I don't want to fall into that trap.
No, either do I. No, either do I. So that's our EPCOT day. And you haven't seen the new EPCOT Evening Spectacular. I don't know if we're going to catch it that day, but more than likely we will. Yeah, I think that's our only chance to really see it. And, we're going to see all the fun things that I think I've talked about in the past in the couple episodes I've done about the holidays without Rob. We're going to, see the holiday singers and all that fun stuff, and the Chinese lion dancers and the magical barn Santa, and we're really looking forward to it. We love EPCOT.
Yeah, the England area especially, I'm not throwing shade at any of the other countries around EPCOT, but the English area especially during the holidays is just so magical.
You have to walk past the facade. And it's gorgeous back there.
Right. It
and
really,
that's where
really,
Santa
truly
is. Santa is in the back.
Santa's in the
back,
English
garden.
In the garden.
Well, Father Christmas, sorry.
Right. You can't call him Santa. But really, you go into any of the shops, and they're all decked out. And there's stuff everywhere. And it's just really magical.
Right. That's usually where I find Mary Poppins.
Now, Tuesday,
we have a day off. At the moment, we could change this whole thing. Who knows?
Because we've had a couple of conversations about Tuesday. We've talked about the monorail crawl. We've talked about sampling all the Christmas trees in the lobbies. We've talked about just kicking our feet up and hanging out by the pool.
Right, and this is where I think that maybe we can kind of split the exploring a little bit, so we don't exhaust ourselves seeing the things we really want to see, but yet still being able to see it. So, we now have Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And part of me does want to go to Typhoon Lagoon. We've never been. No, I don't think it's going to be warm enough to go into the pool. It's definitely not for you.
You just want to wander around.
And see what it's like. I've never been there because when the kids were little, we couldn't afford the extra expense of a water park. And then as we got older, we're just not water park people. But I, of course, have clients and want to know what the water parks are like. And I've heard great things about them. But I'd like to just go.
I'll go wander around Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah. And it could be in the last 2 hours of the day the Typhoon Lagoon's open before we go over to Disney Springs.
Sure.
But anyways.
Sure.
So, we could spend Sunday maybe hitting, you know what we could do? Boat tour.
Boat tour.
So we can go from Port Orleans to French Quarter, check out French Quarter, get a couple beignets, see their Christmas tree, get back on the boat, go up to Sarasota Springs, check out their Christmas tree, get a drink at the racetrack, get on a boat, go to Old Key West where we've never seen, check out that resort, just get a drink.
Endless options.
So that could be one, and then gives us a little more options on, because the monorail is actually a boat monorail crawl.
Whatever.
My thought is because you can't take a bus from a resort to another resort. You can only take it to the parks or Disney Springs. Now we're close enough. We could take the boat down to Disney Springs and then take the bus to Wilderness Lodge. But anyway, then from Wilderness Lodge, take the boat over to Contemporary, then the monorail to Grand Floridian. The lobby's going to be open. The new lobby bar is going to be open. And then over to the Poly. That might be nice. But that day, we're definitely going to be when we wake up, we'll figure out what we're going to do kind of thing. Though we'll have a rough plan and a good idea. Because we'd also like to at some point make it over to the Birdwalk.
So Wednesday, we sort of right now are thinking about it as a split day between EPCOT and Hollywood Studios because we have Jollywood Nights that night. But we did a lot of conversing about places that we haven't been back to in a while, and San Angelo Inn was one of them. So we've got lunch reservations there. That'll be a lot of fun.
And I don't think we're going to get everything done that we want to see at Epcot in one day.
No. And then only because we've never been there, the Roundup Rodeo in Toy Story Land, we have dinner reservations that night. We've seen a bunch of videos. It looks like a really fun time, even for old people.
For old people, yeah. I mean, I've got mixed reviews on the whole food thing, and I'm not a big fan of the all you can eat. I'm a bigger fan of the all you can eat than the no, I can't think of the name of the kind of dining it is. When you have just certain meals you can pick, like you're paying $65 no matter what, and you can either have the fish, the shrimp, and then you pick one dessert, one dinner, but whatever.
Are we talking a la carte?
No, a la carte is what I like. I can't remember. California Grill is that kind. I'll think of it. I'll come back. All of a sudden, I'm going to say the word, and you're going to go,
Family dining?
No, family dining is like the all you can eat.
Well, I hope we edit this whole thing out.
No, it's kind of more fun sometimes when you leave all this silliness in. No, I know. Anyway. Yeah, so we have us starting at Epcot to finish off. I don't know if it'll be an early day at Epcot. We may finish after lunch, go back to the room, take a snooze.
But the one thing, I've never really been to Toy Story Land during the holidays. Apparently, it's really fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And we're going to be eating at a point in time where I guess all the lighting effects are going to be going off. It'll be cool.
Yeah, but we'll be there. Price fix is what I'm thinking of, by the way.
There you go.
But we'll be there during the party. We have to go back there during the party too, but we can get to that. So we're going to do Epcot, and then because we have park hoppers, we can go over to Hollywood Studios whenever we want to. But we can also go back to the room and take a nap and not go over to Hollywood Studios until our dinner reservations. If we didn't have park hoppers and we didn't use a park ticket that day, or we did, whatever the case may be, we could get in at 5:30 for Jollywood Nights. The party itself starts at 7:30. So either way, we could be there for 6:40 for dinner reservations.
I don't know. I keep looking through the menu selections, like I said.
Yeah, I'm like,
I want to start at 5:30.
But they don't start serving until 7:30. So I don't know. That's why I'm questioning the dinner reservation, because I'm curious if it's going to be too much food. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. We might have to try to get another night.
Yeah. Yep. So, Jollywood Nights, Mr. Ward. There are 4 shows that night that we have expressed interest in seeing. Mm-hmm. Disney's Holidays in Hollywood, which is the Kermit and Miss Piggy and Mickey and Minnie show where Beauty and the Beast normally is. And you know how I feel about the Muppets. So to me, that's a must do.
But I think what's good is, you broke it out. They have all the times posted for the shows. So we got a nice little chart here that shows us when all the show times are. And I think depending upon how our path takes us through the park, at least this gives us a really good idea of when the shows are. I do really love the Disney app. But just having the printed thing in your hand sometimes is.
Oh no! Do not like when you go to Epcot, you have to get the passport at the front of the park. If you go to Jollywood Nights or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, you get the booklet.
You have to get the booklet
because it's just easier to have it in your hand. That way, you're not constantly nosing in your phone. But this chart that I made up for us, and I also do it for my clients, is because I find it easier when you're trying to plot your night if you see the times for all the shows in one spot, instead of having the name of the show, the paragraph, but it's at times. So I have it broken down into the first hour of the event, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And really looking at it and looking at what we want to do and knowing we want to eat. And then maybe have a drink after we eat. And It's like, do you want to front load the shows, or do you want to back load the shows?
No, I don't want to front load or back load anything.
Right.
The only thing that we talked about doubling up on was the Jingle Bell Jam and Glisten, because
They're
Jingle
right
Bell
there.
Jam only happens, once a night at 10 o'clock, and Glisten happens after at 10:30. It's like a 20-minute show. A lot of people are going to disperse because Glisten's basically taking place in the same vicinity.
Right, and a lot of people are going to do it the other way and do the Glisten show before,
right?
and
So
then
they get
Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, and then the ones with kids are going to leave.
Right. So that to me is the most logical way to ding those two. So then the Holidays in Hollywood and the Nightmare Before Christmas sing along are really I think easier to tackle.
Right.
And then we also talked about there's a bunch of other shows. The villains.
Right, like the villains we wanted to see because we haven't seen it yet.
And
you helped build it.
And I made part of it.
Right. Yeah. Well, you also made part of the new Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Right. So this is also what I was looking at these times, trying to figure out if, maybe we go head over right after lunch at EPCOT and see these shows. Because these shows, the 4 shows I gave are the ones that are before the party. These 2 shows, Disney Villains and Little Mermaid, are going all night long through the party as well.
But then,
so there's other opportunities to see it.
Outside of the shows that we definitely wanted to see, as we were going through the information for Jollywood Nights, that whole Mexican-themed area that they're setting up have to go.
Right.
Just have to go. And then the soiree at is it the Tip Top Club or the Top Hat Club?
The Tip Top Club.
Okay, I got it right.
You got it right.
We saw a video, and the folks who posted the video, they've been attending the event for the past 3 years. This 3-piece has been there all 3 years. Just listening to the 20 seconds that they had on the video, I want to see the group. The specialty cocktails aside.
Oh, correct. Oh, completely.
Yeah.
No, it was.
But yeah, they sounded fantastic, looked great.
And I did do Jollywood Nights.
Dancing.
The first night, and I loved it back there.
Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to that.
But I grew up, and you did a little bit, but even more so me. I grew up listening to big band and jazz. So that's my music in many ways, besides, obviously, child of the 80s. But, that's what I wanted. I want to dance. I want to enjoy myself back there. The Fiesta near Rock and Roller Coaster, I'm curious where it's going to be, because the Twilight at the Tip Top Club is just down the street from there as well. I'm hoping it doesn't get too crowded.
No,
they got that big courtyard actually outside of Rock and Roller Coaster.
I got the impression that that's what they're transforming. They're turning that entire courtyard over into a Mexican fiesta celebration.
Yeah, which looked fun. Those dancers looked like, and something else. There was people dancing with them too.
Sure,
sure. The average human, not just cast members.
And then like we were saying earlier in the podcast, the drink and food offerings throughout the park on Jollywood Nights are just staggering. And it's going to be very, very hard, I think, for me to whittle it down into the things that I could do without.
Yes, it's always much easier for me because I am such a finicky eater. But yeah, and there's 2 rides I want to hit that night. One is Slinky Dog Dash because the line will be short.
And the lighting's going to be great.
And the second one is for the same reason. Rise of the Resistance. But we also want to go back to Toy Story Land because when I was there 3 years ago, the first year, Toy Story Land was just Toy Story Land. I mean, it had Christmas decorations and it looked great, but it had nothing else going on for the event. The event stopped at the main Hollywood area. It didn't go past Pixar Plaza.
Yeah, it didn't go past Baseline.
It didn't go past Baseline. Nothing back there. Star Wars Land. Nothing.
Yeah, they finally woke up, and there's holiday theming in
Toy Story Land.
Batu, and there's also it's fantastic.
So, yeah, the only the decorations in Toy Story Land is great. And they added all the lights for things, but you get I can't remember his name anyway. The T-Rex is back there, all decked out for Christmas with his Viking horns on, and I love him as a character. The army men are wandering around. They're not just doing their march through, and they all have a little bit of Christmas on, like a Christmas scarf or whatever the case may be.
I saw Santa's hat on one of them in the video we watched.
Yeah, so it's something I'm very much looking forward to. Also a throwback to our age, though I found out last night Rob's never seen it, so I may make him watch it because it is, God, it's horrible. And it's very 1970s. I think it was made Star Wars, A Christmas Story. It's a Star Wars Christmas special that I think was on ABC television. And I believe it was what I call in between movies 1 and 2, what some generations cause movies 4 and 5. But anyway,
I had never heard of it until we watched this video, and I was just like, "What?" And it looks dreadful.
Dreadful.
It looks dreadful. Why it's become a cult classic is anybody's guess. But we are going to do.
And
some
it has all the original actors in it.
Yes, and we're gonna subject ourselves to the torture.
And Chewie doesn't celebrate Christmas. He celebrates Life Day, and he has a Life Day robe that they all don when they celebrate Life Day, and a globe that they all circle around. So Chewie is doing meet and greets in Batu in his Life Day robe with his Life Day braids, and I can't wait.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. Because this is, my 70s childhood come to life, and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And we have to see Nightmare Before Christmas. The sing along. Just the puppet itself is worth it.
Well, they worked out the bugs.
Yep.
Jack has been performing flawlessly ever since the first couple of hiccups.
Yep.
And yeah, again, it's a show we've never taken in, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. So we're going to give it a try.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then we're steaming off Thursday into the Magic Kingdom. And I adore the Magic Kingdom during the holidays. We did Mickey's Very Merry a couple years back, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
I love Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I love Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. One day I'll get that right. They have a similar format, right?
True.
So, you can go in at 4:30.
Festivities don't start until 7.
Or 6, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And there are areas, Halloween, you get candy. Christmas, you get a cookie and a beverage. There is specialty food you can buy all over the place. There is a special fireworks show at the castle. There's a special parade. It's like there's a special show at the castle, whether it's the Sanderson sisters or the Mickey and Minnie Christmas show. It's like the same exact format for both parties.
Well, I think it's a similar format.
Yeah.
But again,
just totally different decorations, totally different themes.
And it's stuff that you don't see.
No, it doesn't snow at Halloween. It does snow on Main Street. And where the fireworks, I usually try to get at the end of Main Street for fireworks at Christmas time, being by the Christmas tree. The train station's kind of cool because it's going to snow. Or Snoop. But we're actually going to Magic Kingdom on a party day. So the Magic Kingdom closes at 6. We didn't have a lot of options. The week we're going to be there are 3 nights that there's going to be parties. And some other things dictated, like Ralph Macchio and our Wild Trek. Other days, so we had to go during the day on a party day.
Well, just it's fine by me. We're still going to be able to see all the holiday decorations.
Yep.
The Jingle Cruise.
Yep.
And
all the fun stuff.
And all the eats.
Yeah.
We're very excited about the Beak and Barrel, which
we have a reservation for that morning or that afternoon.
And then the Skipper Canteen,
which somehow or another we've never gone to.
We were shocked when we were like, "What? We've never been?" Yeah, so we're going to experience both of those. And like I said, Tron is finally open, and I really want to give it a whirl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
60 seconds of sheer terror. It's fine.
You can do anything for 60 seconds.
I can do anything for 60 seconds. Just keep saying that over and over again while we're online.
Now, at that point, our evening ends at
6.
Right.
Well, because we're
after dinner.
Right. We're having dinner, and then we're taking off.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting.
So we do have that evening.
Right. And either we can go to Disney Springs and see the snow in Disney Springs, or maybe we go and catch something someplace else.
Yeah, I thought one of the things that I noticed yesterday when I was going through the information is they have the Christmas tree stroll at Disney Springs. And I don't think we've ever done that. I mean, we've seen the trees there, but I don't think we've ever
we didn't.
Gotten
when the 5 of us were there, we were always so busy focusing on food and shopping, the Lego store.
So since an awful big part of this particular trip for us is shows and strolling, I thought that the Christmas tree trot might be something that we'd want to do. And that could be a great time to do it. Get done with the Skipper Canteen and head for Disney Springs.
Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Have a nice dinner out. Hit Chuck Lindsay's.
And then Friday.
Our last day. Sadness.
But at my favorite park.
At our favorite park.
Yeah.
And doing something we've always wanted to do.
Yeah. We read a lot of reviews about the African trek before actually pulling the trigger on it and saying yes to it. And every single review I read was positive. People who took the trek, especially families that took the trek, just couldn't get over how knowledgeable the cast members are, how attentive the cast members were to them. There's photographers that trail with you. Part of your price, the package price, is having 2 photographers with your group taking photos the entire time. So you don't have to lug a bunch of gear around. You're going to have pictures of the same things that you see as you go along the trek. And then later on in the day, we have dinner reservations at Yak and Yeti, which is like one of my favorite places to eat while we're there. And I know while we're there wandering around, we're going to hit Nomad Lounge. And the last time we were there at the holidays at Animal Kingdom, not only did we get to see a whole bunch of the great puppets that are wandering around, they have these gigantic themed holiday puppets.
The Merry Menagerie.
Just
some of them are gigantic. Some of them are little tiny things.
Just fantastic.
Because like the penguins are attached to the people's feet.
Right. But it doesn't look like they're attached to the people. It's great how... Yeah, I'm going to take a much closer look at a lot of the puppets this time around. But I think the memory I remember most from the last time we were at Animal Kingdom during the holidays was that boat. As we were at the Nomad Lounge.
We like to sit outside.
We were having a lovely time at the Nomad Lounge, enjoying our beverages, enjoying our food, when all of a sudden I started hearing what sounded like Christmas calypso music. And this boat comes by, pontoon boat, but loaded with musicians. And they're playing Christmas songs on steel drums.
The last time we were down there for the holidays was 21 or 22. Anyway, so it was when social distancing was still happening, things like that. So the big parades hadn't all come back yet. They were doing the little parades. And in Animal Kingdom, they started these boat things. So on their river, you had one with the Calypso, then you have one with Doug and, why can I never remember that kid's name? Anyway, the cast from Up On, and the next one's, Donald in his safari gear, and they go around the rivers, and you could see them in all the lands when you go over the river and by the tree. But just hanging out and having a drink in No Man Lounge and watching these things go past is just fabulous.
Then, if you've never been to Animal Kingdom during the holidays, the Tree of Life is spectacular. And I'm not sure if they're going to do it the same way as they've done it in years past.
Can't imagine they're going to, it may be a different show, but it's going to be.
Yeah, but we were told by my brother-in-law years ago that the first Tree of Life show is going to end and everybody's going to leave the park. Don't go anywhere. And I was like, okay. And sure enough, about 10 minutes after that main show ended, another one began on the Tree of Life that was almost in some ways more magical than the first one. And we had, an unobstructed view because so many people kind of meandered away.
Well, yeah, and the park was closing or had closed, and we were just standing there and staring at it. But it's absolutely wonderful. And it goes through like a 10-minute cycle, and it just does its thing. And Animal Kingdom closes early, 6 or 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once again, we're going to have that evening off, whether we have not seen the fireworks at Magic Kingdom at this point. So if we wanted to go see Happily Ever After, we could park hop over to Magic Kingdom.
Go over there and do that.
And do that.
Yeah, after the Tree of Life.
Right. Which I think might be a perfect ending to a fabulous week.
Yeah. And then, like you were saying, I mean, Saturday is kind of an early day for us. We got it's 11 a.m.
Yeah, our flight our flight changed. We had to head for the airport at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I mean, our first flight was going to be at like 6 when we first were looking. So we were going to do brunch and everything else, but I got us an earlier flight. So
let's just get home.
Unpack, prep for work. Yeah, work. It's a foreign concept for me these days.
Well, not after Monday. It won't.
Not after Monday. It won't be.
Mm.
So I hope this was helpful to you as we kind of went through what we go through and how we chat about our vacation and how we plot it out. We never plan every minute. You don't want to plan every minute. You want to be able to go with the flow, even if you have children, even if it's more than 2 of you, because something's going to happen. A bus is going to be late. You're going to miss a bus. Your 4-year-old's going to be done much earlier than you were expecting them to be done.
You're going to be wandering through the park and you're going to be affected by something that you didn't think you were going to be affected in that way, and you're all of a sudden going to go, I think I'd rather go and do this right now.
Right, like that time we found Sergio and spent 20 minutes watching his show. Yeah. If we were on a strict time limit of go to A to B to B to C, we would have walked by him or missed him. And he was worth not missing.
Right, and so often when we talk to people who don't really have a sort of like a great opinion of the park or parks like we do, we find a lot of times that a common denominator in that whole thing is being so pressured to do so much and not being in the moment. And I don't know if it's because of our age or where we are right now in our lives. When we go to a place like this, it's not just for the experience, but it's to stop and smell the roses. It's to take in everything around us as it's happening, to be in the moment as much as we can. And I find that when we go down there, knowing more about how the timetables works to our advantage, knowing that there's going to be a show every 45 minutes for the next 3 hours, really helps us out.
Right.
It's something that we want to see, but maybe we don't want to do it at the time we originally planned on doing it. Maybe we want to do it in an hour and a half instead.
Right.
And, leaving all these options open to us, I think results in a less stress-filled, more fun-filled.
Right. And like even when the 5 of us went down, everybody put in the hat one thing they had to do and one thing they really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And we hit all 10 things.
Yeah, we got them all.
But that was what this is, I wanted to see the fireworks. My sister wanted to see the Tree of Life. Katie wanted to do Test Track and Guardians. So that was very important for each one of us to do those things. And that's what we did. And then everything else, you kind of look at as the frosting.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to see it. You want to do it. You want to experience as much as you can. But you can't set yourself up to, if I don't do X, Y, and Z, my vacation's ruined, because your vacation will be ruined before you start.
But that's one of the things that I love about the process that you use with your clients, how you set them up for basically that second conversation. You ask a lot of questions, but you get them asking a lot of questions. The responses that they give you allows you to more tailor their experience. If you see something that is definitely not going to work because of your past experience, you can tell them that. But by and large, the comments that I've seen from the folks that have enlisted your service are overwhelmingly positive because you take a lot of the stress away from the whole process, but you take that stress away by asking a lot of questions.
Right.
And by finding out what it is that this particular client really wants out of this trip.
Right. Because everybody wants something different.
What's your number 1? What's your number 2? What's your number 3? And not just you, but everybody in your party. The more you talk about it, the more you work all of this out, the more you come to sort of an agreement about how the day is going to go at whatever park you're in.
Right. Can you walk 20,000 steps without taking a break, or do you need to take a break after 10,000 steps?
Yeah, and I've said this before. I mean, that trip we took down in 2009, that was really what sort of cemented it for me because we were the only family that had actually done an awful lot of question and answer before going down there. We had talked with the kids a lot about what it was that they wanted to do and what it was that they wanted to see. We knew what we wanted to do and see. And we were able just to really plan what I thought was a really nice time. And it could have been incredibly stressful because of the ages of the kids.
Right.
And the time of the year that we were going down there. But, it was painless. And it was so enjoyable. And some of my sibs didn't have the same kind of enjoyable experiences when they were down there. And I was like, maybe there's something to this.
Yep. Anyway, I think that's all we got.
But before we wrapped up, we wanted to send a special shout out to one of our longtime listeners, Tim. Tim's outside of Washington, D.C. And we had asked a question.
We were talking about RFIDs and magic bands, and
right.
I had no idea what RFID means. Right.
But of course, Lieutenant Colonel Tim sent back the answer, and the answer is radio frequency identification. I know a lot of you are listening to this going, I knew that.
Yeah.
I had no idea what RFD meant.
Yeah.
So, Tim.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for answering our question. We all got a smile.
We all got a smile. Take care, folks. Have a good week. Thank you for listening to The Adventures of Two Gray Mice. I'm Meg.
And I'm Rob.
And we are Two Gray Mice.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to The Adventures of Two Gray Mice. We would love it if you could please leave us a rating or review wherever you listen to this podcast. For all your vacation needs at Disney, Universal, or cruise lines, please reach out to Meg at megandthemouse.com. Have a great week.